Hello guys, my name is Destiny, back with another video. Welcome to my YouTube channel. As always, please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell if it gives you that option. Leave a comment down below about the video when they are enabled. And let's get right into this. So, I wanted to come up here. I was going to do this yesterday, but I was just too freaking mad about this that I just couldn't bear to come up here and start screaming like a maniac. I probably wouldn't have done that, but still. Just wanted to come up here and address the news, the breaking news yesterday that came out on the Wall Street Journal about Vince McMahon wanting to make a WWE comeback. Yes, you heard that right. Vince McMahon wants to make a WWE comeback. Look, that is, I'm just going to say this right now, that is the worst possible thing that can happen. That he does not need to be in that company. That company does not need him. Triple H is doing fine. Yes, Monday Night Raw is still 3 hours, but still, it's been better than, for the past couple weeks, but like, it's better than what it was at the beginning of this year. But anyway, Vince McMahon wants to come back into WWE because apparently he thinks, and I quote, that he received bad advice from people telling him to step down as the chairman and CEO of WWE. Which, Vince, I'm sorry, but that's the best advice that you have ever gotten from, whether it be your family, whether whoever told you you need to listen to them and stay back. His family might want to encourage him to stay gone. And I just wanted to come up here and reiterate this. Even though Vince McMahon has 80% of the voting shareholder votes or whatever, there have been people that have rejected a comeback from him as of today. Found this out when I woke up this morning. We're all saying it. We've all been saying it. I mean, all of us, like fans, have been saying it even before he left, that he needs to go. And we're still in agreement that, yeah, he needs to go. Yeah, he did at one point make great television, put on a good product, but he is growing to that point where he just doesn't want to listen to anyone but himself. Those writers that he has backstage are writing for an audience of one, meaning Vince McMahon. And, not only would it make him look bad, it makes him look selfish. They cannot let him come back after everything they found out. There were 2 more allegations that came out, actually yesterday about him. But both from Rita Chatterton and this spa woman that I don't know what her name is, but like all these hush money payments that he was making and whatnot. And I don't care what anyone says. Oh, well, it's his money. He can do whatever he wants with it. Or, they were his employees. I don't care. You shouldn't. You're the CEO of a company, and you shouldn't be doing that. What he did, or allegedly did, or whatever, he probably did, I don't know. Oh yeah, it's selfish. It's selfish, he's creepy. Not only that, but John Laurinaitis, or Johnny Ace, or whatever his name is, he was under investigation also for the same thing. So that's why he's gone. I'm surprised Kevin Dunn hasn't left yet. Or Triple H hasn't fired him. But I'm just gonna come out here and say this. It ain't happening. I do not care if he has majority voting power in that company. Stephanie McMahon and Nick Khan are the co-chairman and CEO, or chairwoman and chairman, whatever. The point is they're in power. Now, I guess it was Vince McMahon's decision to put them in power, but still, I mean, Triple H isn't creative. What's going to happen if Vince comes back, and I doubt he will, is that all that work that Triple H did for the past 5 months is going to mean absolutely nothing. It's going to be like NXT when they knew Triple H was down, but maybe, what? This time, Triple H will actually be able to do something about it. Because I don't care if it was a business decision or not. When Triple H had that heart attack at the end of, or at the beginning of last year, or whenever it was that he had his heart attack, it was a heart attack or something with his heart. Something happened. But I don't care if that's business or not. That's cold what he did. Vince McMahon took everything that Triple H built in NXT and killed it. Got rid of all of his people, got rid of Gabe Sapolsky, got rid of Ace Steel, which I don't think he'll be working in WWE anytime soon, given what went down at All Out, and I talked about that a couple months ago, or last month actually. But regardless, I don't care if he has voting power or not. Enough people, I think, are going to come to the conclusion, hopefully, and I think it will happen this way, is that they are going to tell him, they are going to encourage him to stay gone. You're 77 years old, you're gonna die at the freaking gorilla position, or whatever you call it, and then what do? You need to just look at your product from a distance. If you care about that company so much, you need to stay gone. They cannot let him get away with this. And the documentary that they made last night, I didn't watch it yet. I don't know if it's on Hulu or not yet. I don't know how long it takes for that stuff to upload to Hulu and stuff, because I think it was on Vice, if I'm to be correct. But eventually when I do have access to it, I will watch it and then review it. But apparently there's going to be a book coming out about Vince. I can only imagine what is going to be in that thing. And if it's not written by Vince, who knows? Then again, if it was written by Vince, who knows still? Because you could put anything in it and make it sound like he was the victim, which, let's face it, he made a lot of people's lives a living hell. Excuse my language. But yeah, he's better off. He is better off not in that company, and that company is better off without him. They have proven in the past 5 months that they can indeed survive without Vince McMahon. Just ask Triple H. This is Stephanie's company now. This is Triple H's company. This is Nick Khan's company, which I don't know much about him other than the fact that he helps Stephanie run it. But stock has been up since Vince has been gone. The locker room seems to be a happier place. There's no, we're gonna get fired if we don't do this, or if we say this, or whatever. you know, we don't hear stories about that now. We don't hear stories about scripts getting ripped up. With people, we don't get scripts being written or ripped up last minute, or there's no... Triple H seems to be more open to people's ideas. I think the Hurt Business is coming back. Bobby Lashley's group. Cedric Alexander, MVP, Shelton Benjamin, and Bobby Lashley. I think Triple H would be more open to the Hurt Business coming back. Yes, he is in control, and he's probably not going to like every idea that's given to him, but he's going to be more open, where Vince is just, no, that's not going to work, pal. Because, without giving an explanation. Yeah, that was my Vince voice. Sorry. But no, the best thing that ever happened to that company was Vince leaving. I'm excited to see what, depending on where I am in April, because I'm going to be moving soon, but I'm excited to see what a Triple H Royal Rumble is going to look like. I'm going to be excited to see what a booked WrestleMania under Triple H is going to look like. It's been one man's vision for the past 40 years. Now we're going younger. Yeah, Triple H is 20 years younger. Maybe even more than that. But with Triple H, at least, what he did with the NXT signing Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish and AJ Styles. Well, I don't even think AJ Styles went through NXT. But Samoa Joe, Bobby Roode, who I hope comes back soon. Eric Young, who may be on his way back to the company soon. Guys like that, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, Dexter Lumis, I can keep going. Karrion Kross, Scarlett. He went out and basically made this super indie with NXT. Took all the guys off the independent scene, put them in this big company, kind of what Ring of Honor used to be back in the day. And the early days of TNA. Actually, they're kind of still doing it. I mean, I think they're still working with NWA. I think. I don't know. I'm a little gnarly on the wrestling company relationships or working relationships, whatever. But no, Triple H is open to people's ideas, where Vince just kind of knows a story on when CM Punk was on Colt Cabana's podcast, where he told something about him wanting to walk one of his UFC friends down to the Octagon, and Vince said no, and then a week later Triple H is walking Floyd Mayweather to the Octagon or whatever, and it's like, what? Okay, you let him do it, but you pick your favorites. Vince picks his favorites, and that's not a way to do business. And they don't have any plans for anyone going forward. Triple H said one time, look, we don't call people up from NXT unless we have a 6-month plan for them on the main roster. We want to know 6 months ahead what we are doing with these people. Which, I personally, this is gonna be not all people like TNA, and I can understand that, but I personally do. Yeah, they did some stuff that I wasn't a fan of, but, when I watched guys like Bobby Roode and guys like, Eric Young coming up to the main roster from NXT to WWE. Now, granted, I didn't watch NXT, still don't, but I would watch what Vince would do with them, and I understand, maybe Bobby Roode was happy with the position that he got, but for a fan, you're like, man, why are you not doing anything with these guys? Yeah, Bobby Roode won the United States title, but they didn't do much with Eric Young. James Storm probably wouldn't have been, and yeah, I love James Storm, but James Storm wouldn't have been who he was in TNA if he had come to WWE. They couldn't have used the Beer Money name if they had put James Storm and Bobby Roode back together when they were in WWE or TNA. But my point is, Triple H would actually go out and look for these people and bring them in, where Vince is just like, nope, I didn't create this. I didn't create AJ Styles. Well, I guess he liked AJ, which is good, but AJ's one of those exceptions. I love what he did in TNA better, but last year I didn't really like what he was doing, because he was doing the whole tag team thing with Omos, and it shouldn't fit him, and, they weren't doing anything with him. But that's one of those benefits of having Vince McMahon gone, is that things actually start making sense, and Raw is, although it hasn't been very intriguing these past couple weeks, it's been bearable. Where when Vince was there, it's like I didn't even want to watch Raw on Hulu the next day. I would just go get the highlights and stuff. But now it's like I'm trying to make a point of watching Raw and SmackDown on Hulu the next day. But no, I don't think Vince should come back, nor do I think he's going to come back, because Vince McMahon being gone is best for business. It's time that he saw that. And if it's Shane, or whether it's Stephanie, whether it's someone else's in his family, I don't know, Linda, whatever, I don't know. Whether it's Triple H himself, what if it's, Stone Cold? I'm not gonna say Stone Cold would do that, but, someone's gotta be like, yo, Vince, maybe it's time to step away, Take a break, chill, enjoy the rest of your life. Man's almost 80 years old. He's gonna be 80 in 2 years, 3 years, something like that. A little over 2 years. Yeah, man's gonna be 80. I don't think he's coming back, and I would be very happy about that. Yes, he did provide a good bit of my childhood. That was back when I was 10, 11 years, starting to get into the product and, stuff like that. I'm always going to be a fan. But I don't, up until a couple months ago, I did not care for the current product. I was leaning more towards AEW, which is hard to watch, but I still keep up with it, because I don't have cable to watch it. But, like I said, I've seen a lot of things, and, I didn't see Stone Cold, Austin 316, I didn't see the NWO, I didn't see the Monday Night War, I didn't see the ECW and what it was doing with the time, or for the times, and, I didn't see any of that, but I saw some pretty good things too. I saw the pipe bomb from CM Punk, I saw the Nexus, I saw CM Punk have one of the biggest runs in his career in WWE, I saw Edge's retirement, I saw him come back after a 9-year absence, saw AJ Styles debut in WWE, I saw the Shield debut, Even recently, I've seen Stone Cold come out of retirement for one more match. Maybe not even his last match. Who knows? I saw Brock Lesnar come back for the first time in 2012. I saw CM Punk debut in AEW. Saw Vince McMahon retire. Seen Cody Rhodes come back to WWE. I mean, I've seen a lot. Let's face it. These are moments that people are going to be talking about for years to come. I didn't see it, but I was alive during the Benoit tragedy. I was alive when Eddie Guerrero died, but I hadn't got into the product yet. I lived through the Ruthless Aggression era, the PG era, the pandemic era. Now we're going through the post-Vince McMahon era, and there's talk of him wanting... I mean, this is not confirmed. He said he wanted to come back. But I'm not too worried about it. I don't think he's coming back. If he does, it'll be a sad freaking mistake on their part and his part. I mean, hopefully some people have enough sense to be, and I've already heard that some people have rejected it. Hopefully more people will come out and be like, no, this is a bad idea. Don't come back. But, yeah. We do not need you anymore, Vince. Your son-in-law and your daughter are doing fine. That's another thing I don't think about. I would love to see Shane McMahon come back. I mean, not many people would probably want to see this, but, I mean, maybe. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I don't know if anyone's thought about the possibility of Shane McMahon going back to WWE without Vince there. Think about that for a second. What would that be like? You imagine Shane McMahon in a post-Vince McMahon era of WWE under Triple H and Stephanie? Now, I don't know what the relationship is between Triple H and Shane these days, but I know back when Stephanie and Triple H started dating, he wasn't really very approving of it, but... Or maybe he just thought that, you shouldn't date your coworkers or whatever, but... I don't know. I don't know what they're... I guess Triple H went to his son Declan's, graduation. So that was cool. But, could you imagine that? Shane McMahon going back to WWE to work for Triple H and Stephanie? I wish he would have been WWE champion, at least in the Attitude Era or something. And I know. I like the newer guys getting shots at the title and stuff. But there are some guys that worked in that company for a long time and never even got, a shot at it. Shane did, but, he never won it. There's guys like him, Chavo Guerrero, and Brian Pillman. Pillman was kind of obvious, but, Tommy Dreamer, those ECW guys that were there, but, why not? Let Cody have a good lengthy run with it if it is in fact Cody Rhodes that beats Roman Reigns. And maybe do a situation where you do maybe Shane and Cody at Mania 40 or something. I don't know, I'm just fantasy booking here. This isn't set in stone or anything, it's just me playing around with stuff. But, think about it. The son of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, versus the son of Vince McMahon, possibly the greatest and most controversial wrestling promoter of all time. That would make for a good match. There's a built-in story there. Who's the better... Because, Dusty did some booking too when he was in ECW, or when WCW. But, you can tell that story. Oh, let's see whose son's better. Let's see if Shane McMahon is better than Cody Rhodes. Let's see if our dad's standards live up, or let's see if the son of a plumber standards live up to the son of Mr. McMahon. Something like that. That would be a good match. I mean, I know it's happened a couple times, but like on a bigger stage like that. But and think about it. It'd be a good match, both in story. It really doesn't even have to be for the title. And if it is, give Shane like a month or two with it. And then he can drop it right back to Cody or something. I don't know. That's just me, but I digress. I've enjoyed these past couple months without Vince there. I'm not as skeptical of, because there would be people that I would get in, like Karrion Kross. I was kind of starting to get into him, and Keith Lee, and they both got released in the same year. Now look at both of them. Keith Lee's in AEW, probably getting ready to feud with Swerve Strickland, and Karrion Kross is back in WWE under Triple H, feuding with one of the greatest of all time, Rey Mysterio. Yeah, mid-card feud, but still, Rey Mysterio is a legend. I consider him to be anyway. And they're just killing time for when they eventually do Dominic versus Rey at Mania. And I'm fine with that. So no, Vince doesn't need to come back. Things are actually making sense without him there. There's no last minute, we're just going to drop this because it's not appealing. Or the audience doesn't get it. When in fact, yeah, we kind of do. Like freaking Cesaro. You didn't think we liked him or got him. Well, I mean, they had a Cesaro section in the crowd, didn't they? Yeah. Or Claudio Castagnoli, whatever he is now, in AEW. Who just won the Ring of Honor Championship. But yeah, that's what I had to say on the Vince matter. I didn't get into too much of the legal stuff because I don't know much about it, but I do know that what he did was wrong. Yeah, if there's still allegations coming out, then he doesn't need to come back. He doesn't need to come back even if the investigation stops. He just thought, oh, well, they'll get over it. It'll blow over and I can come back. No, Vince, you need to learn how the real world works. People have to take legal action. People have to suffer the consequences of illegal activity, which Vince obviously doesn't know anything about because he thinks because he has millions of dollars that I can control anyone I want to, and they're not going to stop me. Vince, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. Okay, you need to step back. Time to go bye-bye. Okay? Sorry. But yeah, I doubt he's coming back. I don't think it's happening. If it does, that'll be the freaking worst end of year Christmas gift ever. But whatever. No. I think we're good. Sanity will hopefully prevail, and I think it will, and he will not come back. People will say something to make him not return. So that's really all I had to say on the matter. Just thought I'd come up here and address that, my thoughts on it. I'm sure a lot of you watching this will feel the same way. I don't know, maybe you liked Vince, I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna fault you for liking his stuff that he did on television, yeah. But, stuff that he does behind the scenes is just really questionable. And, you're a big CEO. You gotta take responsibility like that. You can't be going around and having relationships with your clients and then demoting them the second that they don't want anything to do with you, And, that's all I have to say about it. This weekend I will be doing a Jake Roberts. I'm either gonna do one of two DVD reviews. I'm either gonna do the Jake Roberts DVD or the let's see, either the Jake Roberts DVD or I might even freaking review the Vince McMahon DVD because I haven't reviewed it yet. Now, I will say that was a really good documentary on that they did in 2006, but we'll see. I think I'll do the Jake Roberts one because I have a lot more respect for Jake. But we'll see. I'll come up and I'll decide over the weekend or over the rest of the week, and yeah, that's my thoughts on the whole Vince McMahon wanting to come back situation. It ain't happening. Probably doesn't happen. Yeah. So I hope you guys have a good day, and hopefully you guys are getting ready for the holidays, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.